4 years ago, if you asked me about my heroes, leaders, or those who I looked up to, I would have listed people like Tom Brady or Manny Ramirez or maybe Tiger Woods. I clearly didn't think much about it at the time. But today, my answer is completely different. There's one thing I've learned from my years at Brooks, the unpredictable challenges of life, is that leaders aren't always who you'd expect them to be. Starting at Brooks my freshman year, the people I saw as role models and looked up to were the chosen elected leaders at Brooks. The head prefects, dorm prefects, those kids who were known for doing the right thing. To me, those people embodied the idea of leadership and being a good citizen in their community. Aiming to follow in the footsteps of those kids, I ran for student government my sophomore year. After giving a rousing speech that included rambling, shout-outs, throwing candy to the crowd, and then a tiny part about all I wanted to accomplish and change at Brooks, I was elected as a forum rep to Student Gov. About 3 weeks in, the extra sleep that I was missing became a lot more important than the change I promised I would accomplish. After struggling every Thursday morning of that school year between sleeping in and going to Student Gov, most of the time I slept in, I decided to end my career in Student Gov. That position I wanted so badly showed me how wrong my ideas were about those student leaders who I looked up to. Although I did get to call myself a student representative for a whole year, in the end, all I got from it was a temporary title, nothing more. I didn't feel like a leader and didn't really accomplish anything either. As I found out, having a title doesn't make you into a leader. You don't become a great person or a difference maker by having a title. The title is just some words next to your name. Being a leader is about the actions you take, about making the choice about talking about something and actually doing it. And for some, including me, that's the hardest part. Many people doubt that they can make an impact in their surroundings or cause the change they want to see. But as I've learned recently, this is far from the truth. A few years ago, when I was a sophomore at Brooks, my brother's former high school roommate, Mike, lost his mother to cancer. Hearing the news, my mom and brother, who hadn't seen Mike in years, decided to pay their respects at her funeral. When they arrived, seeing him hurting and needing some support, my mom decided to offer him a place to stay for a while. He accepted this offer and moved in, saying he only needed to stay for a few days. These few days turned into a few weeks and then a few months, but he eventually got back on his feet. About 6 months after this all happened, Mike and I were catching up one night. Our conversation eventually drifted back to that ordeal he had gone through earlier in the year, which he called the roughest of his life. In addition to losing his mother, he also lost his grandfather, who had raised him as a son, and lost his eligibility to play D1 baseball, something he worked for his whole life. Faced with losing his parents and his future, he lost hope and told me that he had planned on ending his own life that night. But at the funeral, my mom's simple offer of offering a place to stay gave him the strength he needed to continue to push through. When he told me this, it shocked me. The idea that my mother saved someone's life through one simple gesture. But the more I thought about it, the more I understood. When Mother offered, she didn't know the real impact of it. She didn't do it to be a hero or gain recognition. She saw a person who needed help and offered it. And to me, this is truly what a role model is. It's leadership defined by the actions you take, not just the ideas in your head. And the great thing about this is that anyone can do it. Anyone can step up, make a difference, and take on this role. After my own failure with Student Gov, I kept on thinking about why I hadn't succeeded in my first try at being the leader I wanted to be and what I needed to do to become one. I thought that a great place for me to step up would be in my dorm, Thorne. So as a junior, I applied for the position of dorm prefect, thinking it would be an easy acceptance. I was wrong. After applying and interviewing and going through all the work, I was not chosen. As you might imagine, at first I was upset, angry, and a little sad. I thought I deserved the position. It was me finally stepping up and becoming the leader I wanted to become. But in the end, I realized it didn't really matter. Reaching back to Student Gov, I had to remind myself that a role model isn't and shouldn't be defined by a title. Even though I thought I'd make a good dorm prefect, it wasn't meant to be. The good news is that I did eventually find the leadership position I was meant to have. I was able to serve as the captain of the wrestling team along with two of my closest friends during my senior year. In this role, I was able to lead my team and truly have fun doing it. And that's the most important part. Enjoying the leadership role you have when you finally find it. I can say without a doubt that student government was not and never will be my passion. And as I found out, trying to work for something without any passion or desire is hard. Forcing yourself can only get you so far before you give up. The key to being the leader you want to become is to find something you care about. It could be an activity, a sport, a service project, something you truly enjoy doing, something that you want to share with others, something that motivates you to be your best, something that doesn't feel like work when you're doing it. So, if you ask me today about my heroes, leaders, and role models, I'll tell you this. My role models are the people who I know have made a difference. My mother, who saved someone's life through a small action. My brother, who gives me support when I need it. People who make a difference, not for recognition or reward, but out of passion, compassion, or love. These are the real heroes in my eyes. I hope I can use their example for myself in the future. Thank you.